Alright, guys, Ignite Challenge. It's the finale for Ignite Challenge. We got a doubleheader today. We got two different track layouts today. Not only do we have some of the best drivers from the Kartplex here, we've got some of the best drivers from the Ignite Challenge and also drivers from all over the country. So, we're probably gonna have 30, 40 plus people in Ignite Senior alone. We've got two practices on the extension, the forwards layout, and then we've got qualifying final. We turn around, we run a backwards layout that we've never ran before. We got to practice qualifying and final for that one, so it's going to be very interesting. It's very cold this morning, and hopefully it's a good day.
Let me get a couple tricks.
Oh, look at this.
I'm a scooter guy.
Look at this man. Get some nasty shots. Oh. All right, Tater, you ready to go today?
Yes, don't do that. Stop. Get away. No. Stop. Stop. Ow.
Did you just learn how to ride a bicycle?
Yep, it's a company vehicle.
Company vehicle. Look at this guy. I need to see your ID. Look at these pit vipers.
We're gonna go today. Go. Get the chub.
Is this the 2020 IRL IndyCar Series champion on iRacing?
Indeed it is.
Match up.
When was the last time I got on iRacing? The last IORO.
Same. Ready to roll?
Right now. Yeah, kinda, I guess.
Kinda. Felt that.
Whoa, whoa, yeah. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now, baby. I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down, baby. We took a trip, now we on your block and it's like a ghost town.
So I didn't realize this, but we were actually P2 in practice one. Kart felt fantastic. I didn't know that until we checked after the fact. So that's awesome. Practice 2, and it wasn't really a bad session, but I'm just really upset at myself because first two laps just spun it in the hairpin. It's just a really stupid mistake. I don't know why I did that. There's no reason to push going into the hairpin. The reason I went out there at the front of the group is to run some of the fast guys, because practice 2 speed sets you up for where you go out in qualifying. So I was just like, got to get a good lap in there, and threw it away out lap and threw it away on the next lap after that. Once we got into a groove, we were just passing a bunch of guys, but we really couldn't get a clean lap in, being in traffic the whole time. I got one clean lap in that put us 6th. Last lap probably would have been the best one, but I got held up there too. I mean, I guess it's good to be frustrated with being 6th, but we got qualifying next and see what we can do there.
You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating. The Milky Way, we're renegading. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got you, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating.
In qualifying, go out there
And go beat him. Yeah. Beat him.
So qualifying, I go out there on the out lap and spin it first lap in the hairpin. Again, just a really stupid mistake again. We went up on tire pressures this time, and it still took a while for it to come in. By the time I finally started cleaning up the drive, just get back into my groove. Ran our best lap of the day. It was the last lap, 43.4 compared to the whole time 43.2. Put us P2. So, just.
They told him
Alright guys, well we've finished up the first final. We started third. The goal on the start was just to push the pole sitter ahead and give him enough room for the hairpin, the first turn, to make sure we all made it through cleanly. So we got snookered on the start, unfortunately, and we fell back to, I think we were about 6th or 7th after the first corner. And after that, just trying to get spots back. About to make a move for 5th. We had a big stack up going into turn 1. And the 88 got into a little trouble, and I bumped him a little bit. Ken Williams was behind me and turned me around. I had respect for him for coming up to me after the race. Right after, I mean, like, I was still in the cart. He came right up to me and apologized for it. And I know he didn't do it on purpose. Ken's a class act, so I appreciated that. I'm really not mad about it. Just disappointed knowing we had the speed to really have a podium, which is crazy to say. As crazy as this year's been, to have the speed to be on the podium. After that, I passed a bunch of guys. We had a stack up in the hairpin, and then I didn't want to run a guy over, and I looped it. We ended up 25th. I was already having a bad race, and I didn't want to ruin somebody else's race by dumping them in the hairpin. So I grabbed the brake a little bit more than I should have. Spun myself out instead of spinning them out. I was able to brake deeper than everybody, so that's why I was in the position I was in. It was an okay comeback, but still obviously hate that result. Don't know how we'll do on the next layout. We got race 2 coming up, and we'll see how we do.
Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop top, it says I'm gonna win big. Choose not to life of imitation. Distant closer to the reservation. Deep funk the pistol that you pay for. This pump the feeling that you stay for. In time I want to be your best friend. Eastside love is living on the west end. Knocked out before you better come to. Don't die, you know the truth is some do. Go write your message on the pavement. Them so bad, I wonder what the wave meant. White heat is screaming in the jungle. Complete the motion if you stumble. Go ask the dust for any answers. Come back strong with 50.
Practice for race number 2. We only get 1 practice.
Check it.
It's backwards track, different backwards track.
He's gonna win.
It felt really good, honestly. I know there's some spots I could definitely make up some time on, and we were P6. It's kind of scary that we were P6 considering we were almost a second off pace from the fastest lap. So, but we're also P6, so that's not too bad.
Ah, he messed up. He messed up.
Just run.
Kid. No more speed, I'm almost there. Gotta keep cool now, gotta take care. Last car to pass, here I go. And the line of cars drove down real slow. And the radio played that forgotten song. Brenda Lee's coming on strong. And the newsman sang his same song. Oh, one more radar lover gone. When I get lonely and I'm sure I've had enough, she says the comfort coming in from above.
Well, that was pretty disappointing. First off, I spun it on the outlap, and that was just 100% my fault. Just tried to scrub the tires, just trying to do it aggressively because You know, tires the first lap or two, they're really sketchy. So it's important to get heat in them as soon as you can. And I've seen guys spin on the outlap before, and I always thought, oh, that's hilarious. How do you do that? And then I did it myself. Actually, I don't think I was the only one. I think Bobby did it too. And he got his spots back, and I was trying to get my spots back, but the field was going so fast. You start passing guys to get my spots back, and then coming through the 90, I was beside a guy. Literally, this is on the pace lap. And he literally just darts across my nose, and I ramped over him. And I ramped over him and the curb, and I don't know. So I was at the back for that, and then going to turn 3 first lap, and they just piled it up, and I tried to basically almost stop. I didn't really have a choice. It was either stop or pile into it, and got a piece of it, and got held up. Got back going again, started passing guys, and really struggled to pass guys after that. Because the places I was really fast in, I couldn't get by them. They weren't really passing zones, and then the places that we were about the same, that would have been good passing zones, I just couldn't get by. I think it was about 3 to go. I was racing Mikey Sharp. I was on the inside of him in turn 2. It was a really small gap, and I put my left sides up on the curb to stay off of him. And one of the bolts from the curb was actually sticking up out of the curb, and I couldn't, obviously you can't see it while you're driving. But it caught the Nerf bar on the cart and literally stopped it on a dime and kind of got it hung up on the curb. And at that point, I'm like, all right, my race is just over, I guess. And one of the corner workers came running over and was like, no, get back in it, get back in it. He pushed the cart off the curb, and I jumped back in and finished. Ended up getting lapped as a result to that, all that time lost. Definitely couldn't say that I'd ever been lapped in a race before, but now I can, unfortunately. But yeah, it just sucks. We had some pretty solid speed today. Just no results to show for it. I guess the main thing is just focusing on maintaining that for the next race, finishing the season on a good note, and then seeing where we can go from there for next season. I really don't know what I'll be doing for next season, if I'll be able to race at all next season. There's a lot of stuff to still hash out yet. Most likely going to be selling my cart and trying to get a new one. We've had a lot of issues with this cart this year, and I think we actually finally have it dialed in. But it's just so old. It'd be nice to get something newer and get a fresh start. Crazy to think that on this cart we were in top 10, top 5 at times, podium speed. So, oh well. We'll move on to the last Ignite race of the year. We got 1 more left. Got to take the time to thank all my great partners. I would not be here without them. My program for this year was completely paid for thanks to them. Astro Lanes, American Chevy Buick GMC, Dad's Toy Shop, Flex Arm, Flex CNC, Goodyear, Shoe Service, Houston Electric Plumbing and Heating, Waldron Sons Meats, Walpock Athletic Club. Got a lot of great partners, and I'm incredibly thankful to have them on board. We got the speed figured out now, I think. Now we just got to get them some results. My sponsors have been great to me over the years, and they deserve some results now. So, 1 more for the year, and then we'll call it a year. Hey, don't bend it. Those berries are expensive. Look at this guy.
Motor your way over to the speed tester.
Get some 6 shots.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I don't have my merch on. Next best.
All right, so we're out here for the second, I don't say annual, because this is the second one this year. The second Boss Babes Grand Prix, I guess. I think they got 24 ladies total. So it's like powder puff race. All the wives, girlfriends, sisters of Ignite drivers. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting. Look at this man, Ryan Beef Jerky. Wife drive.
Wife drive. Number 3. She's gonna do it for Dale. Do it for Dale.
All right, fellas, predictions. Who's winning the race?
Who's winning the race?
Yeah.
Abby.
Abby passed all of them. She's looking pretty fast.
Beckman from the pole.
Roger. Who's taking this? Who's winning?
Abby, because she passed everybody.
True.
Yeah.
Dylan, who's winning the race?
I have no idea. I haven't been paying attention.
Mood.
Oh no!
All right, 6-pack abs. What's the strategy?
6-pack. Thank you, sponsor. She wants to thank Margate Racing, her brother, and the rest of her family.
You got to get better at this.
Nicole Beckman gets that early jump around the outside. And there she is! Nicole Beckman wins. Jody Edmonds.
What?
What's up? My name is Reed. I was in
Was I in last Gateway's video?
You're in like every video.
In the intro.
What do you mean?
Okay. It is nighttime here, and trophy presentations going on over there. And we're about to close out the night.
Alright guys, so that's a wrap. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.